Hello, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Welcome in. Should be an interesting day. Hope you're doing well. We're going to wait a few moments, let people join. So, big news from the Neovim community. Blink comp is stable. So, big shout out to all of these developers and their time and energy that was put into doing this. So, it's always funny doing a port like this and switching over because what's up, Dr. K? Garrett's in the house. It should be an interesting experience because like autocomplete already works for me, right? I'm using comp, but we can see that comp has, for those that don't know, that this project has been archived recently. I don't know if we'd officially call it archived, but it's the maintainer was like, hey, I can't keep up with this anymore, right? He was having a lot of struggles in trying to continue the work. And so, that happens. It's the open source world. A lot of people put sweat equity into this, and we will see, where it goes next. But for today, we are going to focus on, oh boy, it gave me all those things. All right. Version 1.0 of Blink. So 10 months, 133 contributors, 1,200 commits. They have decided to call this stable. And so definitely check these people out if you don't already know about them, and a lot more as well. So Stefan, we got a handful of names here, just show you their faces, but I'm excited for this. So we're just going to get it set up, and I know some of you here already have switched to Blink or have tried Blink, and that's always fun to get some help from chat. So I'm just going to probably just dive into this. It is a performant battery included completion engine, and the instructions are here on the website. So to my knowledge, it's really just a, well, let's do Neovim config, and let's just put Blink. All right. So let's make sure that I'm comfortable with these. Friendly snippets is fine. We want release tags, yes. Then we need nightly. We don't need any of this. I'm going to do that. I love that they have typing. That's really great. So we can actually see what is available to us. We'll do default mappings. Looks like control space opens the menu. We can do next and previous items. We can hide it. We can toggle signature help. Cool. If signature enabled is true. We'll do the mono for nerd font mono. Yes. Only show the documentation pop up when manually triggered. Interesting. That could be fun to play with, but we won't mess with it today. LSP is really the main guy that I want to recreate and make sure it works. Rust fuzzy matcher for typo resistance and significantly better performance. Oh, how cool is that? So they're using Rust under the hood. I haven't looked too close at the source code yet. Is there a good amount of Rust here? Okay, 4%, not really. It's mostly Lua. and the little nicks. Rusty would find that fun. We got a couple Rust people in my community. So prefer Rust with warning. Cool. So they have default options can be extended. Great. So I think the biggest thing to call out then is some sort of enabled false on comp. Using blink instead. So LSP configuration, they work through the capabilities. By default, Neovim supports a subset of LSP specs. Yeah, we knew that. This is generally how we do it. So we're going to set up the server, and then we're going to require blink comp and assign it to the capabilities. Yeah, that makes sense. And if we wanted to call it directly, we could. So I think I'm using, a for loop. Clients. Capabilities. Here we go. Then I call my local servers. And I believe I'm using Mason LSP to call this, which just sets it up automatically. So if that's the case, we're going to do something similar with the capabilities. Am I literally just calling Blink on its capabilities? So this capability, we require Blink, then LSP config server name setup server. So server and config are two different pieces to this. I'm wondering if anyone from Blink has already talked about Mason LSP config. Interesting. Do I need a string match? So the capabilities come from there. We force this. This is the fun part. Because of the way that I have it set up, I got to make sure that I get this part right. So comp is assigned as a capability. So what I want to look at is this is a handler. Capability to all servers. Example of how to do it with LSP config. Let's see if I get a reasonable idea of how I extend the table. because really what I'm looking for is this server capability to be assigned this way. So we would assign this, and then we handle all of that. And I think the capabilities extends, we keep doing this. I know Folk, whatever we call his name, he really likes, what am I doing? Kill, no. Oh boy, all right. Avante has hijacked. So our capabilities are that. Well, we'll just see what happens, right? So we'll put ourselves back in. And what does it say? Module comp not found, right? So I am calling comp somewhere. I know, it's okay. Auto pairs is doing it. Yes, I know. Look at this. It'll all fall apart. So we will get rid of auto pairs. Oh my gosh. I know. All right. So what we're going to do is I got ahead of myself. We need to re-enable this. Oh my gosh. Everything I do, it fails. All right. So auto pairs, we're going to enable false. Comp itself, we're going to leave as is. It lists itself so many times. And then LSP config is this guy. Right. So we're going to do that here instead. So let's mark A. Let's go back here. Let's get rid of that. And let's go back to A. So capabilities, instead of doing what we did there, we are going to pass that guy. Is comp listed anywhere else? Let's just call this guy. Let's just say that we need dependency of this. Probably makes sense to put this somewhere a little bit more visible. Mason, all of the Mason tooling, autocomplete. Yeah, okay. So now the question is, LSP servers and clients are able to communicate with each other through the features they support. When you add these things, Neovim has more capabilities. All right. So now what we'll do is we'll try disabling this again. And let's see if there's anyone here that needs, we're going to need to get Obsidian working. Let's go back. Comp itself. Lazy dev also needs it. Let's see, optional true, right? That should mean if we don't see Neovim comp, then we don't mess with Neovim comp. All right. So that's that. Anyone else? Copilot? Right, we've got Copilot comp as an alternative, but that's not being used. All right. Cool. So if we were to go back, we have an auto command for Copilot comp. So one of these guys is using, come on. Weird. So what is Copilot? Copilot doesn't have any dependencies. Copilot chat. I think this is disabled. Here's Copilot comp. I don't want to use Copilot chat. So let's call this optional. Probably good to turn this off anyway. But before we version control any of this, we're going to make sure to, in fact, I could just branch this, but I've got a few things I still should have committed probably. Yeah, Garrett, you're totally right. I could totally Vi it, right? Good old Vi. Gets me, I do that sometimes. It's been a little bit annoying, hasn't it? Trying to get this to play nice. By the way, totally unrelated, but did you guys see my shirt is being weird? I have a green striped shirt on, and so the green screen is messing with it. So if anyone was curious what was going on, I decided to keep the shirt. I thought it was fun. So yeah, that was interesting. Let's try to do this again. Oh, cool. I'm pretty sure this is Blink. So Blink's already doing its job. Blink. And if we looked here, we'd have some options. What was it? Command, control space. Dependencies, documentation, default. Cool. Maybe we'll try like my website. So if we go here and we look at like post CTA, can I get like this kind of autocomplete? I'll have like title. Cool. And it does feel snappier. Like I'm not saying that I'm, super, super, super hyper aware of this, but it sure does seem snappier. Am I going to get like Tailwind stuff? Like P, yeah. Now I do want to see docs. So was that Command E? No, Command E hides it. What was it? Signature, Command K. Not I keep saying Command. That's not right. You like the auto show true. Yeah, I think I do too. Yeah, I think I do too. Because especially like this, I like seeing that. Oh yeah, I really like seeing that. Now, when it comes to styling, I'm really grateful that the transparency automatically works. You can tell this thing is transparent. This thing's transparent. That's something that I prefer to keep. So that's good. Merging things. Deep force extend. Yes, I do all of that. What is this? Text document. Folding range. Allows sections of codes to be collapsed. Well, I already have plugin for that. Dynamic registration. Interesting. Mini depths. Cool. So then let's look at how this works. There's a lot of configuration options. I actually think that I would love recipes. Disable per file type, disable completion in only shell command mode, Emacs behavior, borders, selecting the nth item. Oh, that's clever. That could be fun. Hiding Copilot suggestions. So Copilot probably could be integrated into this. Fuzzy filtering. By default, fuzzy matches will give bonus score to 4 to exact matches. Interesting. I actually probably will do this. It wouldn't be for Emmett. It would be, we're in Blink, aren't we? So options. ESLint is one that I just really, let's see, biome. There's some that I'd need the LSP to be stronger or make LSP. Well, no, they're all LSPs. I'm dumb. Okay, don't do that. Menu drawing. Cool. So there's a whole way to get through this. I can use LSP kind. So this wasn't done. It felt like it was already working, but maybe it's not. Maybe they're, yeah. Style with LSP kind. For those that don't know, LSP kind is like a really great way of matching icons with certain LSP definitions. See this get icon. So this get icon works well with the dev icons package, but the LSP kind is passed here as asking for a symbolic icon. So it's one of those things that's like, hey, if this thing already has its, this is an if statement. So if I can find a different version, I'm going to use it. Otherwise, use LSP kind. And the highlight groups would be nice, but I think it looks pretty good on its default. I don't know if I'd want to go too much further into it. Interesting. I think full makes sense. the real question is when I am typing and I hit what? Tab? I think the only thing that I'm going to want to make sure I do is make it very clear how to choose. How do I choose? I think enter. Yeah. So I use tab already for yeah. So it's like doing something weird with enter. Label, description, and then icon. Yeah. So some people like to swap these. I think I'll leave it the way it is now. And then you can delay this. That's interesting. So the delay is a cool idea for sure. We'll see how that feels. Okay, so once it's there, but the idea is that you just wait a moment. Ghost text, that's cool. So that's one of those things that, is it gonna override? Interesting, I think I broke it. I don't think it's working now. Or was that something that was supposed to live in the completion? That's right. So this needs to live here. Actually, there we go. So what does this look like if we added the title again? Yeah. What is accept? Well, let's scan through the rest. Oh, that is the rest. I would like to learn a little bit more about snippets. That's something I would like to get more ingrained in my workflow again. I used to have a lot of snippets and then I sort of stopped over the years using them as much. So signatures, how does that work? Signature help support. Yeah, if enabled. Okay. So is it that guy? No, that's just how it goes. I am going to get colors not working right now. So get tail, wind, CSS colors working on auto complete. Hello, am I back? Okay, weird. I'm back. I don't know if my number is going to change dramatically. So thank you for your patience. The internet just went out. A few of us are still here. Well, let's keep doing this. We got all sorts of things. I want to know if my capuchin does do stuff with Blink. Okay, Blink comp. So we could enable this guy. Okay, no meetings. And let's add this just to make sure we cover our bases. It was that, right? Oh, it was that. Capuchin. We'll go back to this project. And let's see if anything changed. It looks the same. I do think that the ghost text is going to conflict with Copilot. So I don't think we can get by with that. So we know the range is useful. And then trigger. I need to trigger. Control when to request complete items. So show on keyword. Interesting. So you could say, if I type this, I'm going to want you to show me autocomplete. And then accept on trigger character. Huh. Right. Managing the completion list and its behaviors when selecting items. Auto insert. Interesting. So how does that work? Oh. So on the selection, huh. You can have it automatically select it, which is an interesting idea. See how it just selects it automatically? It doesn't select the first one though. Control space. So if I'm here, control space. Maybe I have control space bound to something else. I'm not sure. But this is what I need to get right, and I need to be able to pretty easily work with it. I need to be able to select it, right? I like pre-select. Manual select is fine. You may use insert and show key map to show the completion menu and select the first item. The default mapping control, I think it's control space, uses the show command, which will not select the first item. Okay. Except this is what I need. No, I don't really care about that stuff. That's good to know. You may use presetter to highlight the label text for the given list of sources. That's fun. There's this optional. Ooh, look at all those pretty colors. Pretty colors. Okay. So interesting. We talked about that one. We talked about this one. This one I don't want to use. So acceptance is important. I feel like I'm fine with the idea of I think I'm fine with that. So this is like, do I want to do the return key? Can I bind it to enter? Accept. Carriage return. Do I have to set this? Key maps. These are examples. All right, so this is the preset. I think I'm going to start with enter. Key maps. Cool. So this is what we want. Excuse me. Is there even an accept? Oh, control. What is that? Okay. Super tab. You may want to set this to false or use this. If snippet active, then accept, otherwise do that. Yeah, that could be useful, but I think we're going to do return. Okay, so we're going to start here. Can I just call that? Is that how it works? So we were here, we were trying to select this. There we go. I do kind of like the auto accept. So what happens here is there like a JS TSX file that we can mess with? Cool. So I get my highlighting here. And that looks really good. That looks really good. I like this new font. I'm using a new font called, what is the font called? Mono font? I forget what it's called. I'll have to look it up later. All right, so then here we have like, I want a span. And I want a class name of okay. Tab feels pretty good. Cool. That was exactly what I wanted. Okay, so now what they're saying is in here, if I was to type things like that, so I'm here in options. It's saying I would call a function perhaps. Could I do this in like Wes term? That's interesting. Maybe there's not any. Let's like os.get env. Signatures, to my knowledge, are a little bit different in that they do this. Oh, it's an experimental feature, right? Did we enable it? We did enable it. And then how do we call it? Well, we toggle it with Control K, right? Show signature, hide signature, fallback. Yeah. That is the default. Oh, I bet it's like this. Because what I'm used to is looking at this, we expect var name. Oh, there it is. Var name is a string. So it's a bit off. I guess it starts here function. It doesn't work so well with the transparency. So that's something to think about. Can I do it somewhere like here? Or set error. There you go, value. You see that? It pops up and it says that is the thing that you need to type in order to get what you want. I've done signatures before. I liked them in the past, so I think I'll keep them. You may want to set documentation to false to only show the signature and not the documentation. All right, that's a reasonable thing. And then sources. Let's go back to Neovim. Sources. All right. Sources are configured via this. See references for the default options, LSP, buffer, snippets, path. For certain files, you can have certain providers. The majority of what I do is LSP stuff. So I don't need to overthink that. But there were some things that we were going to look at doing that just haven't been integrated yet. There are a set of options, timeouts, max items, score offset. Yeah, so I could do something like that. So the LSP, I can't bump the LSP as a whole. I might need to individually bump things. Terminal and command line sources. Cool. NVim comp. Blink can use NVim comp sources through the compatibility layer. And there's a compatibility. Yeah, there's like a compatibility plugin. So you can integrate things that aren't yet integrated. Cool. And then you can check the status. Cool. Ah, yes. So I'm curious what Omni is. Lazy Dev is also one of those things that we just want to go to lazy dev, and we'll get rid of that, and we'll bring that in. Cool. So now when we're working inside lazy dev, Neovim conf, lazy dev, let's go back to blink. Now I should be able to, cool. Yeah, no, this is working great. All right, so that's one thing down. Are there any of these that I tend to work with? We have Copilot. So I could think about if I want to make Copilot part of the completion. I find that I like when it's virtual text. I know I talked about it in my talk last year. For those that didn't see it, I made a talk on AI in Neovim. That was a really fun talk to build. Came out not too long ago, last November, I think. So do check that out. That was a fun presentation to make. So I talk about why I personally preferred the virtual text and Copilot. You know, good old Tim Pope work. But this is good to know that it's an option. Nerd fonts. A nerd font source. Ooh. So I can give myself nerd fonts. That's cool. I kind of want it. All right. So that's like here. Let's get this guy up here. Let's get that comma in. And then the sources, we'll just add it as a source. It doesn't really matter where, does it? Snippets buffer, sure. Nerd font, and then you have to add it as a provider. Now, how did it work? Make sure I get this right. How did it work in NeoDev? We call blank, we add this as a completion. Okay, so we're probably not going to do it here. I think we're going to do it in blink. So I want all this to be in the same place. Options. What is this? Options, sources. And then we'll have a separate section for providers. So lazy dev is another provider. And then I think what I'll do is I'll make this guy a dependency. And that we could do it by file type, right? This goes on sources. So we're going to do lazy dev. Yeah, I like that more. And then provider, lazy dev gets integrated like that. Module, name nerd fonts, tune by preference. Cool. So then how does that feel? So I can do like what? Tmux? Or is that gonna break status? Oh, it doesn't even run. So we broke something. Sources, nerd font. Oh, we want Lua. Do I have to add all of this? Because that would be weird. We have our dependencies. Failed to run config. Okay, so what is this? Typically messages. Oh boy, this is frozen. Whoever's been working on this, how do I show this text again? This is lazy invim failing. Can I just go to lazy to see that? Log. Because I always go like messages is what I think it's going to be. And it never is. My debug brain turns off sometimes. I'm like, wait a minute, what is it? Lazy run messages. L open. Usually it's messages. Yeah, so that would be what's recent. And then this is log, right? Or is log something different? All right, help me out, chat. Go to the window and select and yank. Ugh, I know Cyan Wolf. I know that is one way to do it, but I thought there was a better way to do it. So I can like do this, right? Stack trace, blink, telescope. Interesting. Why would telescope? All right, so that's not that. So I'm having like some sort of merge validation rule failure, huh? Let's just figure that out. It could have been my providers. Could do that and that. And we haven't broken anything. So it's clearly has something to do with this providers. Can I like do these one at a time? Oh, I know. So providers is what failed. It's supposed to go under sources. Okay. That's why it needs to live here. So let's just turn all this on again and see if I broke it. No, it seems to be working. Okay. So I don't know exactly the perfect way to test that NeoDev worked. There's key map. Nerd font variant. Cool, you can totally accept that. Okay, so it seems to be working. And then like if I want tmux, how do I actually call the blink nerd font usage? Oh, cool. That looks great. So I say, give me tmux. Look at that, tmux. That's actually pretty dope. Okay, so that's fun. Let's give that a little star. Good job. Will we just use this? Did I? Minuti? Minuet is a good one that I have talked about before. So Minuet gives you multiple options. The only thing that throws me off with like comp completion is I don't want to run this all the time. So it's something to think about if I want to try to integrate it more. I think emoji would be pretty sick. So like, let's just keep going and make sure that I understand how this works. So to my knowledge, it's a new dependency. It's a new source. So we're literally just going to add emoji. I don't know if I need all this yet. And then we add it as a provider. So we just create a new provider. And we let that happen. And how do we accept it? Oh, it's also the same. What's up, Ian? It is going. It's working. I think tomorrow I could have my work day and it would be about the same as what it was before. Maybe there's some actually additional features like we got signatures working and stuff like that. So that's cool. All right, so are these going to conflict or anything? Or did I screw all this up? I think I'm going to have to do all of that. Can I make default table a local variable, then extend on per file type and add lazy dev in front of it? Something like that. That's going to be kind of a mess. All right, we're going to start here to find a way to merge the default. I think what it was is they said lazy dev can be added to that, I guess. So let's give that a try. So now I should have, hey, look at all these. So these are FAs. So let's go to nerd font. For now, let's turn that off and see that we actually get we don't get emojis. Okay. So emoji doesn't want to work. Name emoji, 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 emoji. That seems right. Default emoji. Weird. Okay. So why he says that also we press colon to enable it. Git commits. I actually have a couple new adjustments to my Git workflow, so I'm not sure yet. Git commit would be nice. Oh, I see. Should show items. So they're saying if I was to read, I would see that it's going to only show for certain files. Hey, I love it. Okay, cool. And so what I might do in the future is nerd font comes back. I kind of want to ask if like update format icon. How do I want to say this? Update appear to only show emoji and not LSP symbol. You guys feeling me here? I think it would be nice if on these specifically I could say the format is don't show this T, like that doesn't make any sense, right? You know, it's funny though. I asked for Tmux and look at all that it gave me. All right. Oh, we got to restart it, don't we? Yeah. I always love to see like which of these get translated into the emoji font. So interesting. I wonder if anyone's talked about this. One closed issue, enable for custom file types only. Yeah, you could do this. Yeah. Nerd font, directory, git, spell, env, avante, conventional commits. Yes. So this is dictionary sources. I don't think I want that. Because Copilot is freaking rocks, right? For me, Copilot does a lot of my typing for me now. Oh, interesting. Makes it possible to query pull request issues. I love that. I think I will use this because I use this a lot. I like tag commits and things like that. So this is the dependencies. Got it. So this guy requires that guy, and then git. Where do we want git to be? I guess can go there. And here's our module. And here's, I'm going to put this guy at the top actually. Right? Why not? I do think that's a good starting point. So we want to enable on these. I like that he's got types. Those below have the same fields with commit. Okay. I think we'll start with this. Do I have to turn any of these on? Well, we'll find out by doing it, won't we? So if I was to go to like my website and I was to close this and we were to, I don't know, make a change, try to commit it. Wait, hold on. What is this? I forget the exact. Here, this guy, set file type. Git commit. So nothing there. Do I have to enable it? Default configuration is here. Okay. Oh, that's cool. You could like set kinds. Clever. You can assign variables. Cool. You can even set highlights. That's also cool. Cool, cool, cool. But how do I actually get it to work? Wait, hold on. So is it like, no, it should have already worked, right? I know on git commits. Let's see if what is it? Blink comp status, right? I see. So blink comp didn't play nice because blink comp isn't running. Let's try just like a good old git commit. There it is. Okay, so the neo git configuration doesn't work. So we're going to have to just go to here. And we're going to say to do git neo git working. All right, it's fine. That is cool that it works though. Git commit. Oh, boo, now it doesn't want to work. Oh, I don't really have, I think I need to stick to this one. Git commit to thing for cool. And I could say like, it's number 1. Oh, does it look at open PRs only? That's actually kind of cool. I'm curious what these are for. These are just words. That was funny. That was a bad commit. Probably not the commit worth making. Oh, and check this out, chat. I can say remove the last commit and put back to staging. I have AI in my terminal prompt as well with fish. So let's see. I don't need to push. I don't need that either. Can I just do soft head 1? Yeah. So kind of cool. It's called Fish AI. Supercharge your command line. I use Olama, so it's just local generation. So pretty cool. It's been helpful. Okay, that worked. Should we give them a star? Let's give them a star. Spelling. How is that one going to work? Do I prompt it somehow? I'm going to skip that one. I'm curious what this guy was about. This could be useful, but I feel like I'm all right not messing with it right now. And then Avante source. Yes. Yes, we want this. This is the dependency for Blink. And provider Avante. That goes here. And then we add it as a provider. We'll just put him at the top. And then configuration. Okay. Let's see what happens now. If I kill this and get it installed, it should just work, right? So we want code base file. Cool. So I want file. Awesome. And then this one is a forward, right? Help. New lines. Cool. So that is really helpful. I think it probably makes sense to have this guy. Is this in options? No. It's here. Well, let's get that comma in, and then kind icons. I think that makes more sense because right now it's just a tool in both cases. How does kind icon work? Let's see if we got conventional commits. Okay, so all that's good. We'll probably look at snippets today, but let's look at kind icon. Is this just, I think it's just assigned. I think I'm overthinking this. I think it goes with these guys. Possibly. Mention. And command. Yeah, kind of like that. Command. So we can mess with that. All right, let's see if any of this worked. So we'll get rid of that, go back to Blink, open up that. Oh, is it failing on me? Failed. Oh, and it went away. All right, so something isn't supposed to be there. So kind icon isn't supposed to be there. Is it an option then? Or did I not? I guess I was guessing. So kind icon doesn't go here. It goes here. Or it goes somewhere up in the thing. That's the thing I wasn't sure of. General. How do I assign kind icon? It seems to be showing up a lot. I'm searching for this and it's not really pointing me in the right place. Providers, Copilot. Hey. Item, kind item. All right, well, we'll play around with this a little more. At the end of the day, if it's working, I can spend a little bit more time on this in the future. Nope, that wasn't it. So it wasn't that. It wasn't that. It wasn't that. Is it just like a generic guy that goes there? No. Appearance kind icons? See, I'm kind of shooting in the dark here. Nope. Where does kind icon go? Anyone attempt to overwrite this yet? Is there like an issue on this? Completion menu draw components, kind icon. Maybe. Completion menu draw components. Completion menu draw kind icons. All right, one too many of those. Could it be this? Still getting an error. Recipe, yeah. Component kind icon text. So it expected more. So in the rest, yeah, see, look, we're on the recipe page, aren't we? Kind icon, I can do all the things, but I'm just trying to add a new one. Oh, something like this. Kind icon gets assigned via transform items. We could do this, but why did they not explain it better here? Why would they not explain it differently? That's the part that throws me off. Okay, so we can't do that. We know that one doesn't work now. We do the transform items on this guy. So this is the name of the thing. And then we have transformed items. So transformed item allows me to say, that's not right. That's not how this works. All right, well, This is a user error for sure. It doesn't say in the recipes how you can assign icons. There's all these like tools for how to go about pulling them. But in that case, they were having a list of names and then they were returning a table with an assigned value on that name. I don't know. Okay, I'm not really going to mess with this right now. I don't think it's worth the trouble. I think this whole thing needs to go away. And I think Avante, we could say a little to do. Figure out how to render custom kind icon. Fine. Were there any important options I missed? I don't see any. Conventional commits could be good. Oh, this one's super basic, isn't it? I might do some sort of friendly snippets conventional commits. Because I'm wondering if it's going to be better. For Neovim users, there are plugins available for supporting conventional commits, although oh, that's funny. Not actually in the search results. I probably won't do this one. I don't think I'm going to do this one. Cool. So we do have a couple modes. I do like using command line. I don't know. It's just, let's read it. Default enabled command line completion, matching the behavior of the built-in command line completion. Right. Doesn't show automatically. Pressing tab will show the menu. When noise is detected, ghost tech will be shown. Okay. So we can inherit. So we can preset inherit. Okay. Do we have any mappings? I don't think it's even assigned yet. So command line is an option. Here's all our sources. Fuzzy. I feel like it could go here. Maybe. That is the default. Okay. So they're saying if I do inherit, it will, oh, that wasn't what I wanted. It will undefined global. Sure enough, it doesn't like that, does it? Okay. Something to play around with. It might be nice to turn this guy back on. I couldn't realize I haven't used noise in a little bit. I thought some of what he was doing got swapped out. What's up? What's up? What? What do you mean, Ian? I might turn this back on, but maybe we won't do it today. Menu completion could be nice. Terminal, I don't really do terminal stuff. Okay. So I'm feeling fairly comfortable with all of this. The question now is we have that set up. Can we change the prioritization of certain LSPs? So like in this site, let's kill that and restart. If I want to import, I still want noise. Yeah. I was thinking noise was, I guess the pop-ups are what was being replaced, but some of the actual visual UI, changes are still there. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then there's actual guys there. And now I want to know, like, I haven't used Emmet in a while. Do we use Emmet LS or Emmet language server? I guess let's see which one's more popular. They're about the same, aren't they? One was updated a little bit more recently. All I should have to do is, what did we decide? The language server one was slightly better option. Cool. I think that would be nice to play around with again. And snippets. It's not Zen. This is Arc. You can come with your pitchforks if you want, but I just can't leave Arc yet. I just think it's a lot better than the others right now, but we've had a lot of back and forth discussion around it. And for now, I'm sticking with Arc only because I'm the most used to it and I really enjoy the experience. But I recognize that they really don't seem to be putting a lot into it. They're trying to pivot. Okay, so they're supporting Lewis snip. Ian, are you using mini snippets? I think I'll spend some time with snippets soon. I'll be kind could be work. Oh yeah, so we want, you're a Lewis snip guy. Okay. I'm not leveraging them like I used to. I for some reason I got stuck on getting it working, and then I kind of lost the momentum to remember about them. And but you've been getting on the mini bandwagon, right? You've been wanting to do all the mini things. let's see. So I do want tailwind blink. What do I got to do? I got to go back to blink. And I want to ask about tailwind. Oh. Do I need to go here? Tailwind color icon. So this is a transform. This is an option on LSP. All right, Ian, thanks for coming by, man. So blink comp sources LSP, tailwind color icon is like that. What was I doing before? So blink comp tailwind CSS color highlighting. We got it working. We got it working here, comp. With the highlight colors. Oh, here we go. So we draw the component and we add the highlighting group. All right, so this is what we'll do. This is, oof, that's a lot of tab indentation. All right, so we're gonna have this guy be put as a dependency. Oh, what happened? As a dependency, let's sort these for now. Let's sort them case insensitive, and then we're gonna add this thing. All right, so completion. So we've got our default kind, check for that, then highlight based off of that. Yeah, so that, let's see if we run into any problems. Blink comp, module blink comp not found. What do you mean blink comp not found? So here's our highlight colors. Oh, I'm dumb. All right. Completion, menu. We can't call it there. That was bad syntax. All right. Cool. So now if we go back to this guy and we were to ask for primary, we're not getting anything. So default highlight group. Oh, there's some colors. Oh, okay. So some of these work, some of these don't. All right. All right. So G head. Cool. So Emmet's working great, but we have a lot of icons that don't want to play nice with the new format. So I'll probably have to figure out, is this the highlight? Exactly what we're going to want to do here. It thinks that's a hex color. That's funny. So we've got all our colors working. Let's see. Can I what do I want to try to do here? So for this, we want LSP kind. We got it working in comp. The question I have is this color thing. Why did this work before? Enable Tailwind, enable var usage, setting up with the options. We got our toggler. So like back here, we got what? We got like layout. Ah, so this isn't working. I thought it was before. LSP info. I don't think that's it. LSP info. So what I'm trying to look at right now is Tailwind CSS is running. Failed to get version. Not attached to this buffer. I wonder if there's an update. Yeah, sure enough, there is. All right, so let's update it. See what happens. See, I'd expect this neutral to read it, because here in the root, oh, I guess it changed recently. Let's see if anyone. Right. Okay, so he's not going to work, but that one is. And then the other thing that we want to do, why did these open? All right, is get the recipe for LSP and web dev kind. So that's on menu draw, right? So our menu draw components kind icon text. So he actually, this one was what, supposed to render that? And then this one There's this text, LSP kind. I kind of want to know if contains path, and do that. Otherwise, get the symbol. And then this one is like an else if. This is going to happen a lot, isn't it? So I almost need if color icon. It's going to be like this. We're going to combine the symbolic context kind. And how is that going to work exactly? So if the icon's being assigned here and the color items abbreviation is assigned, then it's going to be used. So it's like else. This, right? Maybe I'm thinking about this the right way, maybe not. An LSP kind is showing up here. How did they use that earlier? Is this even being used? This looks unused because it keeps getting required. Weird. Did they call it again? No, they never call this. Why is this here? Well, I don't know why this line is here. I don't think it is actually doing anything. I think it's undefined. Well, let's see if I broke anything. Did everything fall apart? No. And then when we look at we got these. If source name LSP, then get a color item. If color item exists, then do that. If not, do LSP kind. Do I have LSP kind already set up? Let's make sure that we put this in. What's up, dude? You like the beard? We got a beard brush on hand at the desk. Dude, Typecraft, have you switched to Blink yet? That's what we're doing here tonight. Are you using Blink? Are you cutting edge? I don't know if you saw they have 1.0 release 2 days ago. No, that's 2 weeks ago. Where is it? Blink 1.0. 2 days ago. They decided to call this stable. So we are switching from comp. Why did that not transfer over? Let's get that going again. Let's put that after. Let's give that a restart. So I'm still not getting that icon went away. So part of me thinks that this is a lot of work. Doesn't seem to be consistently working either. And the highlight group is not honoring my custom colors from Tailwind 4. And it could be a Tailwind 4 issue. It may be that in my other projects it works fine. In fact, I could try new user interface UI. Let's just do alerts. Oh, that's going to be alert stories. Let's just do alert. So that guy won't play nice. Combo box. Also won't play nice. There's some white. There's primary. So it does work. It's probably, it could be a Tailwind 4 thing. So, all right, it is what it is. I'm not too worried about that. I don't like this. All right, Andres, see you later, man. Thanks for coming on. I think we'll probably end the stream here in a little while. I'm just going to not overwrite the menu for now. And maybe one day we'll get colors working. Which actually, did I close it all already? Let's try like here, this guy. Come on, primary. All right. We just had this working. Why is it not working now? Oh, it already saw my changes. Oh, weird. Did I just make this all fall apart? I probably did. All right. Well, I think for the sake of where I'm at with all of this, I'm going to leave that for now. They've got some feedback here, but I think that we're set. What is this? Ah, trackers. Okay. Easily handle 20,000 items. Awesome. So they're really going for scalability here in their architecture. So that's awesome. Smart scoring probably should be. Oh yeah, Frisbee. I've looked at Frisbee before. Proximity and frequency score bonuses. That would be cool. Prefetching. Auto bracket support. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so this is really successful. I mean, it's working. I'm hoping I have no reason to go back and flip on comp and, you know, get this disabled. And so that was, yeah, that was interesting and that was fun. I had a really good conversation today with Laz. How do you say his name? Can we go to anything in this mode? No, we can't. Okay, you guys are going to see it. Linkrazu. Come on, bro. Why aren't you linking to your YouTube? Okay. So maybe you've seen these videos. Maybe you haven't. I had a really good conversation with him this morning. So I'll be editing that and getting that to you guys soon. Talking about, you know, dev workflow stuff. Always cool to see someone who's newer to this space and their perspective on things. And I had a sesh video come out last week. So if you haven't seen that already, it's on the last command. So if you aren't already using sesh, I do recommend, of course, checking it out. But this last session feature is a little bit buggy and limiting. And so I had made a fix a while back and I made a video on what that is and how it works. And if you want to join the Discord server, we like to talk about all sorts of things, dot files and Neovim and Tmux and macOS, and we have some discussions around browsers right now and development and AI and all sorts of things. And it's been growing, so I appreciate all of you who might be new to the community. And if you want to get to it, just go to joshmedeski.com and click that little Discord button at the top, and that'll get you into the server. And I will be sure to push my Blink changes. So I do have all of my dot files here on the web. So if you feel like digging into this and looking at my Blink file, you're welcome to do that. And I think that's it for today's stream. Thanks for being here. Hope you guys have a good week, and I'll see you next time.